Hey guys, welcome. How's everybody doing today? Great to see you. So listen, there's something you have to do to make your life way better, to make your life successful. You want to get the success, you want to get what you have to do. You have to remind yourself that this place where you live, this universe, it is either friendly or it's designed to serve you. If you get up every day and you think that this place you live is against you, it's a struggle, it's a lack, it's not going to work for you. You're not going to get what you want to get. So what we have to do, we have to shift and change our mindset about where we live. You see, we know about the law of attraction, we know about manifestation. There's a lot of law. They got laws of vibration, laws of this, that. But yeah, there's one law that's very profound. And this law will take you and get you anything you want to get. They call it letting go. What is it? Law of detachment, law of letting go, law of not needing, whatever it is. But in order for you to get to where you want to be or get, you have to learn to let it go or detach. You have to get into a state where you're not in a need. And so how you do that? Well, we live in a world that promotes instant gratification, instant validation. So what you have to do, you have to stop looking for the instant gratification. You have to stop looking for the validation. You have to jump ahead and act and believe like it's already done for you. You have to be this being or this, I don't want to say person because you're not a person, but you have to be in this state where you don't need anything. You have to convince your mind, convince your consciousness. I'm talking about your subconscious. You have to convince that part of your consciousness that everything is here for you, by you, to you, designed by you. You live in a friendly universe that's designed to serve you. If you can get your mind to buy into that concept, then your world is going to change around you. You know, everything will start going good for you. You said for us to look for birds. Yes, birds. You see birds and things. If you're manifesting the lottery, you're going to get signs like that. You'll see the birds. You see bees. If you're manifesting lottery, these are things that happen when you're in a universe designed to serve you, right? So the keys is, guys, for you to become. It takes time. It takes mastery. When I talk about time, it takes repetition, because the only person that's against you is you. Did you know that? There's nobody against you, man. There's nobody out here to be against you. It's perception, it's illusion. You're the only one against you. Your mind is against you. What you feed the mind propagates it and makes it a reality. Now, the interesting thing about the mind, guys, is that we have a logical and we have illogical mind, and they're supposed to balance each other out. But what tends to happen is the most powerful part of the mind is the logical mind. The logical mind is unconscious mind, and it doesn't care really about your, best way I'm going to put it to you here, okay, all it cares about is your actions. The subconscious is a do mind. Okay, what are we doing? What is this guy doing here? Oh, look at this guy, he's always watching something negative. Oh, look at this guy, he's always thinking about something not good. Look at this guy, he's always in drama. Okay, look at this guy, he's always talking about what he don't have. That's a do mind. So what the subconscious says, all right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do more of that, and you're going to get more of that. When it comes, and look, you live among other beings. You live along other players in the game. You have the NPCs. So someone comment here, hey Mark, how about the NPC's personalities about your work, your boss? You have to, this is the game now. You have to change your different levels. So you got to go up when you're in your own space. You got to come down when you're in the NPC space. So you got to learn to alternate your consciousness. So you got to come down to their level to interact. Then you got to go back up to your level to excel. It's about balance. It's about tuning. So you can't just go in and say, oh, you're an NPC, man, I'm not going to listen to you. It doesn't work like that. You understand that? A smart girl said, hey Mark, I manifested a new what? Home and a holiday to Morocco. Thanks, Mark. You're welcome. So that's the thing, people. In the game of manifestation, or whatever you want, the most important thing is, if you focus on yourself, if you work on yourself, you will become the greatest version. Don't work on other people's self. Don't work on other people's stuff. Don't work on the other stuff. Don't watch other people. Don't try to be like other people. Work on you. Think to yourself. Decide in your mind, what could make me better? What would my life look like this? What's the best version of me? If you're doing that, you're building a new reality map internally. You are changing your personal reality. Now the universe will start to mimic and conform to that new image you have. You know, people, listen, something very important, and I'll say this again. It's very simple, but man, I don't think people get it. Check this out. Always remember this. You can write this down because this is very important. Always remember this. Whatever you see in your mind about yourself, about your situation, whatever you see in your mind, one day it must become a reality. Sooner than later or later, but it must become a truth. Go write that. Well, Mark, how is that possible? Why are you telling me that what I see in my mind must become a reality? Because there is no reality but mind. Mind generates matter, physical world. It's a trickery. And your conscious mind does a very good job to make you think and believe that reality exists independently of your mind. Your own mind makes you think mind is not the reality. Check this out. Your own mind makes you think and believe your mind doesn't create reality. What the heck is going on with that? Okay? Think about that. My own mind is trying to convince me that this is a real stuff. See? That's why it's important for you to go above the mind. When I talk about the mind, I'm talking about your conscious mind, okay? Now you can always escape your mind by going into what's called your happy place, or your place of success, your place of desires. You can always do that. It's called, you know what it's called, your happy place? You know where your happy place is? What is the happy place? The happy place is your imagination, man. When you live inside of your imagination for the good stuff, then your whole body starts to assimilate towards that. You have visualization, imagination, anything that gives you the goosebumps, anything that makes you feel inspired, that's called your happy place. That's where you're going to get the most power to manifest. And let me tell you something else about the mind that you've got to ignore to get your success. Check this out. We have to learn to really stop listening to our mind when it comes to solving problems that we want, okay, what I mean by that, I'm not talking about your work life. I'm not talking about what you're doing in your regular life for work, everything. That's, you got to do that. That's logical stuff. What I'm speaking about, look, I'm speaking about you. I'm I'm speaking about your desires for yourself. Like, what do you want to be? What do you want to do? What is your goal? What is your dream? All of you got dreams. What you been visualizing? What you been thinking about? What is the business you want to start? What is the area you want to go? What you, man. So what you have to do is, the mind has a tendency when we start to think of the stuff we desire, then it jumps in and says, hey man, oh, don't forget about me, I'm here to help you. So what are we going to do, Mark? What do we want to be? Oh, so you want to do that? Man, that's too big, man. You need to settle down a little bit. Huh? That's what your mind does. Oh, so what do you want to do? You want to get that big company started? No way, man. We can't do that. Let's settle for something less. What's going on? What you doing? You're supposed to be my help. You're supposed to be the mind. Okay, so what it does next is, says, all right, so that's what you want to do. You want to become an entrepreneur and start your own thing and do it. Okay. All right, let me see if I can help you. Ah, man. How are we going to do it? You can't do it because you like this, you like that. You don't have this, you don't have that. Sorry, brother. Sorry. Let's go back to the drawing board. Happens every single day. Let me tell you something. It's happening to you right now. Let me tell you how powerful this is. This is such a trigger that it makes people fear. People are scared to go into their own minds and dream big, because the minute they dream big, they start to look around and say, oh my God, here comes this guy going to tell me I can't do it. He's going to disappoint me. So you know what? Let me just stop dreaming big. Let me just get back to reality. Let me just live. Let me stop trying to... Why you stop visualizing your goals? Oh, because every time I visualize my goal, it makes me feel so good, and then my mind comes in and it makes me feel depressed. Why you feel depressed? Because it tells me I can't have it. Why it tells you can't have it? Because it says it doesn't know how to do it. Why it tells you it doesn't know how to do it? It just says it's hard. I got to know the right people. And I'm saying, you're listening to that thing? I don't know what else to listen to. Let me tell you what else to listen to. Read my lips. Stop listening to your mind when it comes to your biggest dreams and goals. Read them again. Stop listening to your mind when it tries to tell you and figure out how you're going to get your dreams and goals. Mark, how do I stop listening to my mind? You ever hear a thing called ignore? A lot of us are really good at ignoring people. I'm sure you're good at ignoring. I'm sure you ignore a lot of people in your life, right? Some of you are masters at ignoring people. Someone could be talking right in front of you, and you could look interested. You're not even hearing a word they're saying. So don't tell me you can't ignore your own mind now. If you start to learn to ignore the mind will ignore you, which is good, that's what you want. If you start to ignore the mind will go back and ignore you, and you'll win. Now, once you get the mind to start ignoring you, now that power of your authentic self starts to flow into your consciousness. Now the how will get taken care of. Now the means and stuff starts streaming into your reality. Now you start getting that business going, your six-figure income, everything starts rolling in, money starts rolling in, success starts rolling in, health starts rolling in. All these things start rolling in, and you stop and you think to yourself like, man, am I living in a dream world? I can't believe this is really happening. But it's really happening because you decided to tune out that mind of yours. That logical, smarty pants guy that thinks it knows all and how to get it. So that is letting go. That's the detachment of this stuff, guys. Detachment is exercising your power to tune out your mind and just let go and let flow, and then use your happy place in your imagination. Once you do that, the universe opens up all the opportunities for you, man. Now, for some people out there, they may be saying, yeah, this is some good stuff, very motivational stuff, but man, I've read it all. I've been to seminars, Mark. 15 years I've been doing this journey. 20 years I've been doing this journey, and I'm getting no results. Well, look, we have to be realists here, and we have to keep the truth, right? So if you're in that boat, and if you're on this path for 10 years, 15 years, and nothing's changing, It's because you are operating the wrong way. That's right. Sounds like you wasted 15 years, 10 years. Sorry to tell you, you are operating the wrong way. You have the right idea. You have the correct blueprint, but you're just not implementing it the correct way. Listen, this will make you feel a lot better. It wasn't really your fault. How could you have known that your mind that's supposed to help you was hindering you? How could you have known your own mind? Let me tell you, listen to this. And this is the paradox of the mind. The same mind that makes you dream big and see your goals is the same mind that will cut you down or stab you in your back, so to speak. That's right. It's the two-minded friend. It's the friend that just laughs in your face. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do it. Stabs you in your back when you turn around. So you're confused. You're like, man, what's going on? Because you need your ego, your conscious mind to see your desires, to visualize. But your ego is visualizing your desires, and it knows it's visualizing. But when you finish visualizing, it comes back to you and tells you, ain't none of this stuff gonna work. So what do? You succumb to it. You say, all right, but I'm here to tell you, you have to move on from it. You have to use it like it uses you. Use your mind for what you want, for visualization. Once you let it go, go into your illogical mind. In your illogical mind is where the answers and the success will come. To get to that, you got to persist. You got to repeat. And you got to live in your dreams, in your imagination. If you continue to do that, you will now move out. So 10 years won't catch you, 15 years won't catch you, and you won't manifest anything. So now you have the tools for your success. And I will see you guys again next time.